Hello and welcome back to Pendor Rearmed, and we're in another battle against the Fierdsvain, because of course we have to stop them from raiding our villages. That's obviously one of the most important things that we can do right now just to maintain our economy. Of course, this isn't really going to be that much of a big deal later on down the line, as when, we inevitably, if we're actually going to be able to do this, but let's just say that we are, and I'm just going to say inevitably here, going to take some stuff, right? So let's just say that we're going to take a couple of thieves from the Fierdsvain, and when we do that, then their attention is going to be split, and we're not really going to have to worry a super hardcore amount about what we have going on here, as in, we don't have to really protect these villages as strictly as we would otherwise, because if we have more places for them to attack, then we don't really need to worry about this kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, point is, as you can see right here, I am doing massive damage with the axe right now. I'm actually kind of surprised that we're getting so many kills. I've got 13 kills. Really? 13 kills already? Okay, I certainly wasn't expecting anything like that, but there you go. All right. And indeed, look at that. We've gotten to level 33, in fact. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay, I wasn't expecting that in any way, shape, or form, but all right. Okay, kind of strange, because, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I think I know what the reasoning is. I think I know why. Yeah, basically, we went in here, right? And I was not met by an insane number of, basically, direct counter units. So basically, anyone that has a lance, anyone that has a polearm of some kind, they are always going to be able to, I think, pretty much easily kill me, right? Whereas this time around, in this particular battle, we were facing archers. Yes, we were facing archers almost immediately, and that was extremely easy for us. We didn't have to worry about that in any way, because archers, especially from the Fierdsvain, they're not going to be that dangerous. Like, yes, they can still kill us, absolutely. They can still absolutely do damage. But unfortunately, for them, they basically started very, very close to us. They started basically just standing there shooting at us, and that is a bad idea, especially when you have a person with a rune weapon, basically right in front of you. So very, very harsh for them. As you can see, we do actually have a handful of T-Knights as well. Kind of surprising that we do, but there you go, we do. Apparently in our army, I did not realize that, but yeah, we're going to let this guy go. As you have no doubt already seen and can tell, I'm going to be letting quite a few people go here just purely so that I can generate as much relation as possible, because if I don't do that, in the end, we are going to be in a bad spot. I feel we're going to be in a bad spot. So yes, these are the guys, by the way, the Tea and Biscuit Knights. Obviously, they are running around in their own little war party there, which is very, very helpful, to be honest. And let me actually just see. Yeah, okay, so let's just level up Kavera real fast. As you can see, she has leveled up once again in terms of her strength. It's actually quite funny. I don't know why she has such low proficiencies, because it feels to me like she should be getting kills almost all the time, but that doesn't seem to be happening for her for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, so what are we going to spec into? Well, I think probably strength, right? I think probably strength here, just purely because what else is there, right? What else is there to really spec into? I mean, yeah, there's quite a few. There's quite a few things, actually, admittedly. I could go for some more first aid. We could go for some more wound treatment. Yeah, we could even do trainer skill if we wanted to, or athletics, like I talked about earlier in a previous episode. So, I kind of want to do Power Strike just so that I can continue to absolutely slaughter things and hopefully have even the highest tier units be killed instantly. So I think we're going to do Power Strike, even though I probably shouldn't do that. All things considered, I probably should just be going for Iron Flesh here, because HP in many situations, and I'm talking about just generally, HP is actually always really, really useful. Despite the fact that Iron Flesh only gives us 2 HP, we have to remember that strength by itself gives us 1 HP. So technically, every single time we level up strength and every single time we level up Iron Flesh, at the same time, we're getting 3 HP instead of just 2 or instead of just 1. So it is quite good. But anyway, let's see what we can do with these guys. I'm going to try and divide and conquer them as best as I can. I don't really want to fight at night, if at all possible. I personally don't like doing that. Can I... Yeah, okay, well, at least these guys are not at war against us. Okay, I'm gonna just go in here, you know, any old well, actually, any old how maybe is gonna be okay, because thankfully the nights are not that dark in Pendor, so that's useful, because there are some mods out there that make the nighttime really, really dark, and it's really hard to see and all that stuff, so that's the reason why generally I tend to stay away from nighttime battles in those situations. And indeed, as you can no doubt tell, we've already gone on a massive killing spree right here. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this. It's actually crazy that they are continuing to throw their archers at us. It feels a bit strange for them to do that, but I guess, I mean, who am I kidding? I don't really want to... I don't want to tell them what better to do, you know, just in case they actually start listening to me. Oh, no, never mind. That was some pretty big damage. Okay, that was a little bit problematic for us, but no, I think we should be absolutely fine as long as we can get out of here and not actually die. It would be nice if we didn't die, so that we can maximize our wonderful rejuvenation after the fact. And yeah, these fellows are definitely going to just absolutely get slaughtered. There is very, very little that they can do about this, and in general, yeah, sure, we might actually be taking a couple of casualties here in the process. I mean, the Fierdsvain, as we know, they are actually pretty good. They are quite dangerous, and they do have a significant amount of quite strong troops most of the time. Like these Valkyries, for example, they do have, obviously, the units that we've been using almost the entire playthrough. We've got the Fierdsvain Berserkers, of course, and even the veteran Herdmen and so on and so forth. They're actually really good. They're not terrible. But obviously, someone with a, like I said, someone with a rune weapon is just going to be able to cut through them very, very easily. So you can see that right there. Anyway, Vigdus now has 26th. Ah, very, very nice. 26th level right there. Very nice. And well, as you know, I don't really tend, with this particular group of companions, I didn't really go for anything that could be considered a proper party template. Because if you think about it, you know, technically Leslie, you know, in this particular companion group is supposed to be the medic, but I obviously took over that particular role. Okay, question is, can we persuade this guy to join us? I have a feeling that that is probably not going to happen. Generally, okay, so here's the thing. What you can do, if I recall correctly, what you can do is you can capture these people and then you can talk to them and then you can say, do you want to join me? If they have enough relation with you, and then they'll say, yeah. I could be getting mixed up with Bannerlord there, by the way, so don't take me at face value, or don't take what I say at face value in that regard, but I'm going to try it out a little bit later on. If we find a person that has a significant amount of relation with us or something like that, then I'm basically just going to go for it. You know, I'm just going to go for it. We'll just see what happens. Maybe we will get lucky, and we'll be able to get another friendly face to join us, and that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? That would be absolutely fantastic. Okay, so there we go. We got an army of enemies near Ahun. That is not particularly good. Okay, so the question is, okay, they're already doing that. Okay, they're already doing something. That's absolutely fine, and I don't think anyone else is around here. Yeah, I need to change the boots. I think they're both doing boots at the moment, so I don't think we need to worry about that. Oh, wait a minute. Hello. Wait a second. We actually need to go and help out our T-Knights and our Biscuit Sergeants. Oh, never mind. Wait, no. This guy actually managed to disengage. How did he do that? Wow, that's actually pretty lucky. There, every single Vass was now chastising us for renouncing our oath to the Fierdsvain, which, to be fair, that is actually a pretty grievous offense, but, you know, obviously, it was an emergency measure, basically. It was an emergency measure for me. I had to do it. If I didn't do it, we were going to be locked in to the mercenary contract for a while. I didn't find any way that I could leave that. And the only way that I could think of to do it was to become a vassal. So there you go. Maybe there is a way, you know, maybe there was a way to, you know, get out of the mercenary contract or something like that. But I personally did not find it. I tried speaking to him. I tried doing all that stuff. And yeah, there was no way to do it. The only other thing that we could have possibly done is become a vassal with another faction. Which maybe would have been better. Maybe that would have been a better idea. I mean, generally, if we would have become a vassal with a different faction, then we just would have had... Well, we would have had... well, kind of war with... No, we wouldn't have had war with them. We would have... I mean, technically, we would have annoyed them a little bit. We would have annoyed the ruler of that particular faction, not the actual faction itself. So maybe it would have been a better idea to do it that way, but I'm not sure if it really makes any difference, to be honest, because if you think about it, the fact that we have, well, the fact that we have -20 relation with the leader of the Fierdsvain doesn't really impact how effective we are actually going to end up being in this war. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really do much. Like, him being kind of annoyed at us, that doesn't really do anything in comparison to a particular faction being at war against us, because obviously, because we've taken the claimant quest, that's the reason why we have war against the Fierdsvain. It's not anything to do with us renouncing our oath or anything like that. So, taking from that, that means that we could have basically just joined any old faction and we would have been absolutely fine to renounce our oath with that. But generally, I kind of wanted to not annoy anyone else, if you know what I mean. I kind of wanted to just leave it in one ballpark, if you can use that expression, because basically, if we annoy only one person, or one people in this case, and that is obviously the Fierdsvain, then that's going to be a lot easier for us to deal with in the long run, because we're not going to have to deal with any extraneous people, you know, any extra individuals that might crop up and be like, oh yes, you are annoying and did this thing that we don't like, and so on and so forth. You know, that kind of thing is kind of what I was talking about. But yeah, anyway, there we go. We did get some nice, there we go, we got some nice renown right there. We did actually end up achieving victory, and we saved our Tea and Biscuits war party from losing any additional troops. That's kind of the whole point. Whenever I'm you know, whenever I'm seeing them run around the place, I'm always like, oh yes, I need to save them. Omen Seekers, yeah, I'll take them, thank you very much. There we go, we actually got some Omen Seekers from the ransom broker right there. Very nice. And oh, hello. Okay, wow, we're getting pretty lucky with rumors as well. Very nice. Okay, that means that we are going to have a great time with that. And I'm going to just get rid of the Sumpter horse right there, just get that thing, and then we'll just sell the rest. Alright, so we're going to sell this for 4,900. Pretty nice, actually. Pretty decent amount. And do we have 22 days? It's only been 8 days. Wow, that's actually pretty crazy. Okay, so let's get a little bit of an upgrade. Oh, we already... Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it had been longer than that, but I think it was because I actually came here and then they were like, oh yes, we must attack these guys and all that stuff, and that's the, yeah, that's the reason why. Anyway, let's do this. Do we... Oh yeah, we need to give them some bolts, don't we? Yeah, we need to give them some bolts, because actually right now they're using a maiden crossbow. I'm kind of going for a heavy... Not a heavy adventurer. I'm kind of going for a hero adventurer style of equipping our guys, because we want to make sure that these fellows are the most powerful that they possibly can be. Let's give them Mettenheim bolts. There we go. And yeah, they are going to be absolutely insane. We have no training grounds. Yes, we have no training grounds. So that is going to happen, well, in 22 days, unfortunately. It's going to take a while. Okay, so we need bolts, don't we? Yeah, I think we need bolts with these guys too. Yes, we do. So let's give them Mettenheim bolts as well. And I don't think our sergeants can actually use horses, can they? Can they actually use horses? I think maybe they have enough riding skill. Maybe they just have a very small amount. So the question is it worth it for them to ride horses? And I'm thinking kind of yes, but also kind of no, because I don't really... Oh, wait. Ohun is actually being attacked right now. We need to go over there as soon as possible to stop it. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, we might be too late. We might be too late. No. We might be okay. We might be okay. Okay, I'm going to literally try to divide and conquer. Oh, no. Kyuda the Ravager was actually defeated? Really? Okay, I'm actually kind of surprised about that. I would have thought that he would have been extremely difficult to eliminate. He's got some great troops from what I remember. Very extremely kind of hard to deal with, to be honest. So much so that I used the expression very extremely. So, yeah, that's indeed a bit of a thing, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. I actually wouldn't have minded doing battle with him, to be honest, because, I mean, we always need Qualis gems, don't we? Yeah, we always need Qualis gems, but in this situation, I mean, I kind of have to defend. You know, I kind of have to defend against the Fierdsvain as much as I possibly can. And despite the fact that it would have been amazing to get another Qualis gem, well, not this time. Well, against all the odds, we did manage to survive that wonderful dismounting. What a wonderful dismounting event that was. Yeah, generally I wasn't obviously intending to do that, but, you know, it's nice that we managed to survive. I am going to have to swap out our horse just in a minute. Enough of this, we win today. Ah, the shame of it. Okay, so he obviously doesn't like us, so I'm literally just going to take him prisoner. And we could take a couple of things here. Oh, Huskars. Nice. I'm not going to take the others. Because they are mercenaries. Not a big fan of mercenaries if I can help it. Because they're going to be way too expensive for us. Leslie and Bodis both leveled up. Okay, interesting. Let's go for some more of this. Okay, so she basically has nothing that she could spec into any further. So I'm thinking we will probably get... Oh, what do we want, actually? You know, technically, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave her as she is with the skill point intact, and we're just going to wait until she gets to 24 strength, and then just spec into Iron Flesh and Power Strike at the same time. That's probably going to be the way to go. As you can see, Boadis is actually insane. She's got really good stats, surprisingly enough. And let's go back over to Ethos. I'd like to attack that guy if at all possible. Should we attack him too? It seems like our Tea and Biscuit War Party really wants to get in on the action. I'm actually kind of surprised that they're so eager to go into battle against all these individuals. It's kind of shocking, really, because I mean they're outnumbered dramatically. But I'm assuming that they think, oh, Barney is nearby. Let us go into battle. You know, that kind of thing. I'm assuming that's the reason, at least. And I actually forgot to change my horse, so now I'm extremely slow. Isn't that great? I love that. Yeah, that's wonderful. And there it is, 26 renown for us right there. I did manage to get quite a few kills, 20 kills in that one. Mostly archers yet again. Quite funny. Okay, so, the shame of it. I will be taking you prisoner as well, sir. There we go. And he gave us some various loot, which is actually quite nice. Some crude Cobra armor as well. Surprising that he has Cobra armor on him, but I'm assuming that he was I don't know, maybe attacking some of these snake cultists in and around the area, but there you go. Alright, so we did manage to prevent a Hun from being raided, which is obviously exactly what we wanted. And this is actually kind of crazy because we're able to eliminate so many of these Fierdsvain vassals, and it's significantly making a big difference. It's making a really, really big difference. You may not think so because obviously we haven't really done much, as in we're not really attacking the Fierdsvain that much in sort of dramatic fashion. We're not going into their territory or anything like that. But actually, you know what? We're not doing too badly because all we really need to do is just make sure that we maintain our economic advantage. That's it. Just maintain the economic advantage. Just try to get as many of these guys out of the way as possible, and it will eventually make a huge, huge difference. I'm going to be getting a couple of baggage trains here. Just get 2 baggage trains or something like that. I think that sounds pretty good. And our forces have now been upgraded, so they now have boots. They now have boots, and they now have bolts as well. So that's really nice. And we're otherwise just going to be having a look at gloves and so on and so forth now. So yeah, we've got these things. Okay, so the question is, can we get anything with 10? Anything with 10? No, nothing with 10. Okay, well that's kind of unfortunate. Not entirely sure what's going on with that, but okay. And I guess we're going to go for the Azure gloves. Does that look cool? No, not really. What about the Mettenheim gloves? They kind of look out of place. Alright, we'll go for the Azure and gold then, I guess. Kind of a little bit weird, but yeah. Anyway, everyone is now fully kitted out with the T-Knights at the very least. Let's take a look at the Biscuit Sergeants as well. Yeah, they're just missing out on a horse, technically. They're just missing out on the horse. Not sure if that is... As I say, I'm not sure if that is particularly doable, so... I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We'll see what's going to happen here. So I'm just going to wait here for some time. Let's see if we get any additional Fierdsvain coming over here, because if they do, that's a really big mistake. Oh, actually, hello. We have something going on there. Oh, they already looted that. Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, well, that was fast. Okay, I guess they must have done that way earlier, and I didn't even realize at the time. That's pretty funny. Alright, so we got some Noldor coming over here attacking the Empire. That's fine. I think we can probably just leave them alone. I don't feel like we really need to be super interfering in that regard any further. And I think we're now done. So let's take a look and actually see whether we can purchase... Oh, we can purchase mounts. Okay, we can purchase mounts for our sergeants. So the question is, do we want to actually get anything that's going to be super dramatically good? I guess we'll get the step ponies or something like that. Yeah, these guys are going to be crazy good as well. Now, one thing that we can do, obviously, is you can say, I want to improve the quality of the tea and biscuits. And what that is going to do is that's going to allow us, as you can tell right here, to spend gold and 30 prestige. We can then raise our knights' strength and agility by 2 and 1 for the sergeants, and increase all their weapon proficiencies by 20 and 10 for the sergeants. So I am very much looking forward to doing this, but obviously I can't do it yet. We need to wait a little bit longer, just until Jocelyn has come back, and then we will be, doing some of those things to try to increase the stats of our troops, because we really do not want to do that too early. That's going to be the most important thing. A heroic adventurer who's leading a peasant revolt. Ah, interesting. Okay. And as you can see, we're getting another 20,000 from our weekly wages here. Okay, so the question now is, shall we leave? Shall we leave and go and fight the Fierdsvain on their own territory? Maybe. I'm thinking, let's have a look. 19... It's only been 3 days? Really? It's only been 3 days since I... Oh, okay. That is kind of weird. All right, well, that's fine. Let's just take a look then, shall we? Let's take a look. Okay, so Nadar Castle is the closest. I think we could probably do it. I think we could probably do it, right? I think we could probably do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way straight on over. Let's hope that no one decides to raid our villages. I would not be too pleased about that. And if we can maybe do this, then I'll be very happy. Oh, wow. 377, and it is a ladder castle. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Okay, how long has it been since we sent off? Oh, it's not been that long, has it? Yeah, it's not actually been that long. Okay, you know what? It's only going to take 12 hours. I guess we will... I don't really want to take this, all things considered. They've got 2 vassals in here as well, which makes it very uncomfortable. Okay, well, what about if we take Hrolfson Castle instead? 418. Alright. Let's do this one. Okay, it's going to take us 12 hours to create the ladders, which is obviously extremely annoying and not really something that I wanted to do. 11,000? Sure. The problem is, if I decline this stuff, we lose honor, and I do not want to lose honor if I can help it. So we're going to have to let that guy go, which is unfortunate. Definitely didn't want to do that. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go straight on in here. Okay. Oh, no. It's this one. Okay, this is absolutely terrible for us. Well, I can only hope that my forces are going to be absolute beasts and they're just going to destroy every single thing in sight with ranged attacks. That is my only hope here, basically. That is pretty much my only hope. So let's just cross our fingers, I guess, and just hope that we're actually doing a pretty decent job here. Let's actually tell our forces to just stand closer a little bit. I need to make sure that our forces have a good line of sight. That is the main problem here. And this obviously just once again reminds me that I should have probably spec'd into some kind of ranged attack. And I'm not talking about thrown weapons, because I don't think you can really consider thrown weapons a ranged attack in Warband. They don't really do. I mean, yeah, sure, if you're good at if you're good at them, if you're good at the thrown weapon way of things, then you're obviously going to have a great time. But from this distance, I don't think anyone can actually be that effective with the thrown weapons. Like, literally, look at this. I can try and shoot some of these things off, but there is no way that I am going to reach anyone. And if I do, it's going to do, what, 27 damage, 30 damage, something like that. And it's not really going to be any good. Which is exactly the reason why I personally believe that every single time you use a thrown weapon of some kind, it should be a one-shot kill weapon. It should be something that does so much damage that the opponent that you hit with it just immediately dies. That's it. Obviously helped along by where it actually hits, of course. Alright, so we're trying to go in here, and I'm trying to sort of penetrate the opponent really, really hard right now, and hopefully I'm not going to get a massive load in the face. I'm not sure. No, there we go. There we go. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay, load of arrows could have been really, really bad for us right there. I am going to just try and see if I can assist my forces as much as possible. Unfortunately, the opponent is kind of dangerous right here, so we do have to be a little bit wary of that. Are there any people up there? I don't think I can. I can't go up the ladder. So no, it doesn't seem like there are any people up there. So what I should probably be doing is coming over here, trying to see if I can do some damage to the enemy's archers, helping out our forces here, and just absolutely murdering everything in sight. That's what we want. There we go. Okay. Try to bait that guy into an attack. And there we go, he's dead. Okay, so now we've got more people coming in. Okay, let's try and do some damage to these guys. Unfortunately, I'm not able to kill these in one hit, which is exactly the reason why I went for that power strike point, because anytime I'm unable to get a one-shot kill, it just kills me. It just absolutely kills me, almost literally, but figuratively most of the time, metaphorically, whatever. Anyway, the point is, oh dear, yep, think I'm dead now. I'm thinking I'm dead now, probably. I will be dying very, very soon. We've killed 108 people, which is actually decent. Unfortunately, when I'm dead, we're not really going to have that much of an opportunity to really continue here. So I think what we will do is, as soon as I die, I will be retreating, and then we'll come back in, and we'll try to do a little bit more in regards to the ranged attacks that we have going on here, like, for example, with our hero adventurers and all that stuff, because they were actually really effective at the early stage of this siege. They were really, really nice, and I personally like using them a great deal. I personally would like to get more of them, but they're a little bit annoying to get, let's just say that, because you need to be a bit lucky getting the hero, well, shall we say, getting the adventurers, the regular adventurers, in the tavern. So yeah, anyway, we're just gonna go here. We're going to lose a little bit of morale. Obviously, the annoying thing about Pendor is that obviously because a lot of people were using this strategy. Basically, I'm not actually using a strategy right now. I was trying to do it in one go, but basically the developers of the original Pendor, they thought to themselves, yes, this is annoying. We must make it so that players are penalized heavily for retreating from battles. For me personally, I don't think that really needed to be done. Generally, because let's face it, what has happened now is I've just lost renown for actually doing a real attempt. I wasn't trying to game the system in any way. I wasn't trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just retreat here because, you know, this is going to give me the greatest possible benefit. No. I was just retreating just because I wanted to retreat, not because I was trying to gain an advantage. So for me personally, I do think it is a little bit harsh. I don't think you really need to deplete someone's renown, considering that renown sometimes is actually pretty hard to get. You know, like, yeah, sure, you know, one of these battles, right? Like one of these battles that we had back over there next to Ethos, that gave me 20 renown. So one battle gave me that entire bit, which is kind of insane to think about. If you think, you know, just like think how big it actually is in regards to the penalty there, especially the honor penalty as well. But I guess they had to implement something to prevent people from doing it, or to make them think twice about doing it, because otherwise you could just go in, kill everyone with ranged weapons, and then retreat back out, because that's obviously what people would do. But I don't know. For me personally, I feel like, oh dear, are you serious? Okay, yeah, okay. That's great, isn't it? Heretic army, yeah, that's exactly the reason why we really need to get Jocelyn back as soon as possible. But yeah, he's going to be a bit annoying, isn't he? Okay, so our Tea and Biscuits company is now coming to assist us. It would have been really nice if we could have had them in the battle. That would have been really, really strong, actually. Let's just hope that they stay away from that army there. As you can see, these guys, literally, they know that we're attempting to do this. I have a feeling that they know that we're attempting to do it, so they are going to just stick around and be annoying. Alright, so I actually had to come back to our own territory here because another Fierdsvain vassal decided that they wanted to raid one of our villages. I wanted to try to prevent that as much as possible. Like I said, this is long-term gain. And the castle that we would have gotten, obviously, if I had continued besieging it, obviously we were prevented of doing that by the heretic army. It wasn't actually even a Fierdsvain vassal or vassals that actually prevented us from doing that. It was literally these imbeciles, these wonderful, wonderful heretics that decided that they wanted to basically play on the Fierdsvain side. They pretty much saved that castle for them, which is really, really hilarious to me. I don't know. They tend to do that. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, sometimes unique spawns like that, or should we say larger armies like that, they always seem to kind of have a weird sixth sense, so to speak. They sort of think to themselves, hey, you know, what's going on there? You know, what's going on with the faction that's just, you know, getting stuff taken from them. Let's go and help them out or something, you know. And it seems to actually be a thing that happens much more often than you might imagine. It's crazy, because these unique spawns just for some reason gravitate towards a person that's doing a siege. Not if I want the person to attack, obviously, you know, like, it's just really funny, because if you recall, in a previous episode, we did have, who was it again? The Barclay, yeah, the Barclay army. We had the Barclay army chasing us, and I wanted the Barclay army to attack some of the Fierdsvain vassals so that I would be able to then join, and then maybe we could get a Qualis gem, and it would be all fine and dandy, right? But yeah, actually, he was extremely reluctant to attack any of these Fierdsvain vassals, and vice versa as well. So it just goes to show, you know, it's really funny, because the heretic army doesn't really care. They're just going and attacking anyone that they can. But I find it rather amusing that, you know, the other way around doesn't seem to really work out as as amazingly as you'd expect, right? So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Anyway, we are basically done here as well. And yeah, it's as I say, it's maintaining our control over the area. Unfortunately, it isn't as well, shall we say, it isn't as enjoyable as painting the map, our color, as it were, because obviously we do need to do that for the claimant, and we do need to give him a fief as well, because I'm actually not entirely sure if that really benefits him that much, but I'm going to give him a fief nevertheless, because let's face it, we needed ethos to be able to maintain our own forces and everything. But yeah, obviously it's going to be really, really important for him personally to have something. Not sure how that's going to benefit him, but I guess we'll find out. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. As you can see, we are basically done here. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.